Hey, what's good, everybody? It's Mosey back with another lovely video today. And today I would like to mention that I feel like people shouldn't be setting too high of standards for themselves. I feel like it's very easy to get really immersed in a self-growth journey once you start loving it and seeing progress. I think it's really easy to get immersed in that and set really high expectations for yourself every single day. And by doing that, I feel like there has to be some days or some times where we're focusing more on maintaining where we are now and maintaining our growth up until this point, and not really worrying so much as doing so much in a day. Because since life is so balanced and beautiful, days are just as long as they are short. Time is just as long as it is short. And in that way, we can only do so much in a day, And I think it's really easy to stress out or get really anxious about, maybe especially at the end of days, thinking about, maybe I didn't do enough today. Maybe I didn't progress enough today that I was really focusing on. Maybe this morning I set really high expectations for myself and standards that I didn't meet to the fullest extent that I thought I would this morning. And it's about accepting yourself and where you are. And it's also not really, you shouldn't be trying to leave your past self behind in a way, or suppress yourself in any way, because we're always going to be present us now, of course. We're always going to be in the present moment and be who we are right now. But I feel like a lot of us get lost in abandoning certain aspects or certain parts of ourselves. And in that, we fail to realize that we are suppressing a part of ourselves, because whether or not that's us now, like that past version of us or that future us we want to be, it's just like, I feel like a lot of us will suppress that in a way. And we have to realize that those parts of ourselves will always be a part of ourselves. And we must learn to accept those parts of ourselves if we truly want to change. It's not about reinventing. It's about renovating. It's about renovating yourself now and not completely, abandoning your past self in a way to become something new. And of course, it's good to let go. And there's a difference, I feel like. Because with letting go, you're accepting your past self and what you want to be in the future enough to live in the present moment and do what you need to do and feel how you need to feel. I feel like that's what that is. And something I feel like that can help y'all is journaling. I actually started my first journal yesterday. I started my first journal entry yesterday, and I call it Moses' Lovely Journal. And it's quite lovely, and if you don't know why this face is here, it just, my intuition told me to put it there. And I feel like it represents the universe in a way. I don't know, I just feel like it does. It doesn't really look, like anything I feel like normal people would represent as what the universe would look like, but I don't know. I feel like that kind of looks like the universe. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But I want y'all to know that you can truly believe in whatever you want to believe. And like I say in almost every video, to take my advice and what I say with a grain of salt, because I'm not 100% right about that I say. The main reason that I make these videos is for my own self-growth journey and getting myself out there to not only communicate better to other people, but to in turn not only inspire myself. And it's almost like verbally journaling in a way, but to an audience, and you don't even realize, I feel like I don't even realize in the moment when I'm doing it. It just feels like I'm talking to myself, or it feels like I'm talking to a friend, because that's kind of how I view it. But yeah, y'all. And my brother's getting home right now, so yeah, that's that noise. But anyways, I'm chilling. But yeah, hey, what's good, bro? Don't worry about it. No, you're all good. Don't worry about it. You're all good. I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay. All right. But anyways, yeah. I feel like we just set too high of expectations for ourselves. Let's say that we want to change an aspect of ourselves, and we decide to cut out a habit or something that, or a cycle even, that's been a part of our lives, just cold turkey out of nowhere. That's not really realistic in a way. That's not really being patient. I feel like to really grow and to really develop and to really renovate yourself, there's an immense amount of patience that you need to be feeling, which is always difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Patience is always something that is difficult, but it's always something that leads to greater things, and it's always something that allows great things to happen in a way. And I think today's a beautiful day, y'all. I'm gonna just mention that. I feel like today's a beautiful day. A lot of people I've heard been commenting on how gray it looks outside today, because I feel like it's gonna rain soon. But I still think it's beautiful outside. I'm not gonna lie. I still think it's beautiful, because I personally am somebody that loves the rain and loves storms. I know not everybody does, and that's okay. Not everybody has to. And I'd like to mention that I feel like I mention Mother Earth a lot in these videos, and I talk about the earth a lot and that element. But I want to personally admit that I fail to realize the other elements of the world sometimes. I tend to be grounded so much with the earth and so comfortable with the earth that I fail to mention the other elements, being fire, water, and the wind, air, which are all equally beautiful in their own ways. They're all equally beautiful and balanced. I feel like the wind allows us to let go at times when we truly embrace the wind and just be one with it in the moment. I feel like that allows us to let go of a lot of things. And if y'all are wanting to maybe try meditating or something, a good idea is definitely to do that outside, in an outside setting, wherever you're mainly comfortable. And if you guys want to start meditating, then I think it's important to keep in mind that y'all shouldn't start like meditating for like an hour at first. I mean, if you really feel like that, if you really feel like you can handle that, and you know you can, then go ahead. You know, I'm not going to try to deter you from that. It's only probably going to benefit you. But I've always been somebody that's personally struggled with meditation. And I have a lot more ways to go with that. I have a lot more things to do. But meditation, I feel like, can be very difficult if you're somebody that doesn't like to be alone. Because that's all that meditation is a self-reflection, being alone with yourself and only you. And I feel like a lot of people don't realize when they want to go on this self-growth journey and they want to grow, is that they cannot be doing it for other people. They can't be doing it for other things. If you truly want to renovate yourself to your best ability and become your best self, you have to be comfortable with being alone. As hard as that sounds. Because for me personally, that's always been something that I've struggled with in my life. I've always been somebody to cling on to other people and to almost rely on their energy or their support for my own energy and my own days and how I feel in my days. But I know it's difficult, and it's definitely more easy to say, but we can't always let other people's energies affect ours. We have to realize that it is up to us to react the way that we do, and it is up to us to create our own energy using our own methods of doing so. Like whether that's just any level of expression, or any level of reflection, I think that's just important to keep in mind. That I think we just, a lot of, I want to mention this, a lot of us, I think we wait a lot in life for life to show us a moment, or to give us a moment that forces us to reflect on ourselves, that forces us to go within ourselves and understand certain aspects of ourselves, and understand what we need to do to change, or what we need to do, where we need to go. I feel like a lot of us rely on life to give us moments like that, when in reality, we have to be creating those moments for ourselves. We have to be going within ourselves and be willing to do that. We have to be willing to go within ourselves and be comfortable with what we see and be accepting, because it's going to be hard being comfortable with it. It's going to be hard accepting it too, but it's important to realize that, like I said before, you are not your thoughts. You are your reaction to your thoughts. You are the one that is observing your thoughts. You are the one that's observing your mind. What we truly are is, we are observing our mind, because we are from our soul. That's kind of what I believe. I personally believe that, and it's been helping me a lot with realizing certain things, and allowing me to self-reflect, and allowing me to accept myself for where I am and who I am. But yeah, I want to mention, this is my 11th video, my Aquarius video, which Aquarius is an air sign. It is a sign of uniqueness in a way, and innovation. It's also the sign that represents brotherhood. Aquarius is a very unique and beautiful sign, I feel like. And a lot of people will mistake Aquarius for being a water sign, because it has aqua in the name. I completely understand where people are coming from with that one. In fact, when I first started getting interested in astrology and learning about it, I assumed that Aquarius was a water sign. But in reality, no, it is an air sign. And it is a fixed air sign, which means, basically with astrology, there are 3 ways that a sign can be. It can either be a cardinal sign, it can be a fixed sign, like I mentioned, Aquarius is a fixed sign, or it can be a mutable sign. And what I will explain is that a cardinal sign is usually a sign that leadership comes natural to them, to sum it up, while a fixed sign is usually a sign that remains stagnant in its own beliefs, or a sign that's a little stubborn or resistant to change at times, while a mutable sign can go either way. A mutable sign is very influenced by its environment. And I feel like just realizing how those 3 key things can relate to the signs that are in your chart, and how that influences you and your path, I think that can be important to realize sometimes. Y'all can truly believe in what you want to believe. Y'all can just do what you want to do. A lot of people, I feel like, will judge you for being different in your own ways. And we have to realize that there's a big difference between our reputation and our character, because our reputation is what other people see from us. It's how other people view us, in a way. It's literally that 1% of us, that sliver of us, because 99% of us is contained within. It's something that only we can understand. And maybe it's more of a balanced spectrum than 1 to 99. Again, y'all, I don't know everything. I just want to convey my message with these videos, and my message is that to know that it is humanly possible is to know that you can achieve it, and not only that, that you are valuable, no matter what anybody else thinks, no matter how anybody else feels about it, no matter how you truly feel about it. You are valuable just the way you are. Whether you have started your self-growth journey or not, whether you have tried in your life, you're still valuable. And it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to start either, honestly. To start developing yourself and renovating yourself and realizing what you need to function the way that you want to in this world, and to do the things that you want to, and to feel the way you want to, and to be around the people that you want to in this world. I think a lot of us don't realize that some people are just meant to cross paths with us in this world. Some people are just meant to cross paths with us and not really stay, you know. Some people are most definitely meant to be in our lives for a certain period of time, but once they have served that purpose or served that lesson, then it's not always healthy to hold on to those people, especially if they're bringing you down to their frequency or their level or where they are. Because it's going to be really difficult, y'all. It's going to be extremely difficult being one of the only ones focused on developing yourself and achieving your dreams, because not everybody's going to. In fact, most people won't realize it until they're older, or maybe never. Some people never realize it. And I want to do anything I can to inspire people to start that journey for themselves. But we have to also realize that we cannot force anybody to be in a certain mindset. We cannot force anybody to think a certain way, because everybody is their own individual. And with that, it is up to them to develop themselves. If they choose to destroy themselves, then leave them be. Unfortunately, there's sometimes only some things that we can do. I apologize, my mom is clapping, I have no idea why. But just remember that it's important to realize that y'all are where you are for a very specific reason. You are surrounded by the people you are for a reason. And it's not always because that you are meant to be around those people for the rest of your life, or those people are good for you. Some of those people are there to just teach you. Some of those people are there to teach you lessons and to make you realize certain things. And that's important to realize sometimes, that we can't always hold on, especially in an unhealthy or an obsessive way. Because by doing that, not only can we in turn hurt that person that we care about, or hurt that person that we want to understand, but we also hurt ourselves more in the process, more than we can ever imagine, without us even realizing it. And remember, y'all, you are your own worst critic. You truly are. Just as you are the only one who can make the decisions that you do, and go through with the actions that you do, and say the things that you do, and be the way that you are. I think it's just important to remember that, I guess. But just remember, y'all, there isn't a single one of us that is better than another, I feel like. You know what I mean? In a way. Because there's different ways of saying that. There's different ways of feeling that. But none of us really has more or less potential than the other. Some of us just aren't developed. Some of us don't even realize where we are. And if you want to find what your thing is, or what your purpose is in life, I feel like you have to be consistent with trying to take the opportunities that life gives you, because life will always give you opportunities if you are looking for them. But with opportunities must come action from yourself. You know, I think that's an important thing to realize. And I would like to show y'all one thing before I end this video. I'm actually not sure if I've showed y'all my 9th project yet. It's still in development, quite a lot still in development, because it's very intricate. Might just be my most detailed and intricate piece that I've worked on so far. But here it is, y'all. There we go. Here it is, y'all. It's very difficult, I feel like, especially with the reverse camera, to see all the details, but this is it, y'all. And lately I have been working on the parts like this one with the grills. They shine in the light like that. And I've been working on the parts in the corners, like up here. I've been working on these parts. And I know y'all can't read that, but it says, Mason, I guide you. And that is because, it says that because I feel like whenever I'm putting a line on this paper, whenever I'm putting a line on any piece of paper, and whenever I'm creating something from my soul and from my heart, I feel like I'm not only being guided by the spirits of the people and the creatures that I've lost in my life, I also feel like I'm being guided by the Great Spirit, and I'm being guided by our Creator in a way, with every line that I put on this paper. And yeah, y'all. And with your art, y'all don't have to do that in a way. Like, y'all don't have to achieve that level of intricacy or intuition if you truly don't want to. If you feel like that's not really something that's a part of you or your style or your way of creating, then that's always going to be okay. Like, y'all have to remember that your style, your way of doing things is always going to be unique to yourself. It's not really gonna, like, it can be based off of other people, and you can try your hardest to be like others as much as you can, but in reality, we will always be, you know, like, we will always be our own self. We will always be unique in our own way. And that is my dog. His name is Shaq. I don't know if I've ever talked about him before, but his name is Shaq. He's a lovely dog, and he likes to howl anytime anybody walks down the neighborhood, anytime there's a certain car, a leaf. He's a goofy dog. I'm not gonna lie, and he likes to bark. But so I apologize for the noise as always, because my house is noisy. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to make these videos here. And eventually, especially when I eventually go to college, my content, I already know, will drastically improve over time. Not even with like recording equipment with certain stuff like that, but like just the way that my message will be, the things I'll be saying, and the wisdom I will gain will be vastly different from how it is now. And I've just been working on, I guess, maintaining where I am now lately and not focusing too much on those high standards like I mentioned earlier. Because it is really easy to get lost in those standards and expectations for yourself, so much so that you're stressing yourself out more than you would be if you were just living life normally and living life how you used to. And obviously that doesn't mean go back to your past old ways, especially if those are ways that hurt you or ways that hurt other people, but just accept that we are where we are for a reason, I guess. And it's always going to be for a reason. And I hope that y'all continue to have a peaceful day or a lovely day or however you're feeling today, even if it's been a bad or rough day, even if it's been a stressful day for y'all. I appreciate you, and I know that y'all are so unfathomably capable of appreciating this moment. Because this moment right now is contained within the present moment, and it's not something that y'all can ever get back. Even if you, like, double click on the video and go back to what I just said, it will be in the present moment, and it won't be the same as what you just experienced, in a way. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say by that. But, like, there's only now, in a way. So, remember, day one, not one day. Because yesterday, you know what yesterday was for me? It was day one for my journaling experience. You know, I've never journaled in my entire life. I used to write down my dreams, but I don't do it that frequently. And I've never journaled like this before, and that was my first day yesterday, was starting that entirely new journey for myself. So just remember that y'all are capable of that, and accept that day one is going to be day one. You're not going to be exactly where you want to be on day one, period. But that's the importance of day one, because that's that foundation for what you are eventually going to be, what you're eventually going to create in the future. But anyways, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all as always, even if you didn't watch to this moment. and just try to appreciate this moment as much as you can. And like I said last video, stop trying to see the life and start trying to be it. You know what I mean? Start trying to be the life and start trying to be the change that you want to see in this world. And real quick before I go, I was gonna do it earlier, but I should do it now. I'm trying to show y'all the fit. I'm trying to show y'all the fit right now, so let me show y'all. I like this shirt. It's the V-neck. I like it, but the pants is what I like the most. These pants, they remind me like artist pants, you know what I mean? Like artist pants. And I like baggy pants in general, but it is what it is, y'all. I like them. I like them a lot. I liked today's fit, I'm not gonna lie. I was happy with it. It made me feel comfortable in my own skin and my own body, I'm not gonna lie. And that's the most important thing I feel like about fashion, and most important thing about expressing yourself is being comfortable with it and doing it when it is truly benefiting you and expressing a part of your soul, you know. And also accept that this journey is forever in a way. You're never gonna be at a place where you should stop self-developing or where you can stop growing. You will always be growing until the day that we're not here anymore. So just keep that in mind, y'all. And I appreciate every single one of you. And have a wonderful rest of your day.